Sage, back with some Neverwinter Nights. I'm playing a half barbarian, and well, make some progress. I'm kind of happy with my outfit here. I've got, speaking of, I've got all of these mercenaries. I need to get their story down, and I think I'll do that this time around. So let's go back to the Merc Hub, as it would be, with the help of our map, and we go this way. So, you know, of course, we'll go with Tommy here first.
I figured they'd drag your... Eh? What can Tommy...
Me just want to talk. You want to know you better. Me think that important. Oh, it's a bit strange to have you ask me that, my lord. Most people think they will know Tommy Undergallows well enough through his reputation. In Caleport, the tale of many deeds for those daily fodder of old men in the taverns. I cannot speak of heroic acts, sir. I'm a halfling of the underworld, remember? What deeds you talk about then? Oh, nothing so sordid and evil as you might guess. I had fame and fortune plenty more than once and lost it all just as often. My most famous exploit, in fact, is one of the reasons I chose to come to Neverwinter when I fled from Kalmashan. You see, I spent the larger part of my years in California employed with powerful Medusa. She was a great power in the city's underworld, and that is no small feat for anyone statue-making gazer know. Medusa, you is serious? Quite serious. She had a fine head for business. And she was as ruthless as any cold-hearted Shaik. Not as good with face-to-face negotiations, though, if you take my meaning. I was in her employ to run errands, burglaries, message deliveries, walking her cat assassinations, that sort of thing. I did my job well, too. It was well known for it. The job that made me famous, however, was the last one she gave me. I was to infiltrate the house of the famous Vizier Salban Bihad and kill him. You was successful? I was, though not in the manner you're probably suspecting. There's far more to the story than I've told. We have business to undertake, I suppose. Perhaps it's best to tell you the rest of the story another time. What do you say, my lord? You want to hear us now? Wow, you're more impatient than a drunk camel driving the line of the salt market, aren't you? Ask me another time and I'll tell you everything.
Eh?
We want to talk. Continue to interrupt before. What's this? All right, where was I? I was telling you about my infiltration of the house of the great Vizier Salban Bihad, whatever. Yes, I believe it was. I had stymied the efforts of my Jews patrons for many years. He was a mage with no little power. Sending me to kill him was both a note of my competence and my abilities, and I thought a near sentence of death looking me in the eyes would have been cleaner. You able to get into Wizard's house? I did see it was a job that made me famous, and not anyway. Threat of being turned into a short statue is rather an incentive to succeed. Perhaps it's fortunate that us halflings aren't given much credit. I was able to spur my way into the Vizier's service as a kitchen boy, and nobody gave me a second thought. For a month, I was pleased to serve the Vizier his meals. I spent my time studying him. Looking for a way to kill him cleanly, and even barely notice my presence. Why not eat just poison food? I would have, I suppose, except that he ate his meals with his daughter, and that made things a bit complicated. His daughter, the sweet lass, Saida was her name. Human to be sure, but she never looked down upon me. I suppose I delayed killing Solan at the time just to continue being around her, though I didn't think about that at the time. There was just one more excuse after another. The months grew closer. I said, yeah, I grew closer. She couldn't resist my charms, of course. No lass can. When I put my mind to it, we had just to be secret about it. I was, of course, just a kid's boy. Let it be that situation. Oh, yeah, yay. I couldn't let Sada find out who I was. Yeah, my patroness was growing impatient way too long, and I'd be a Tommy statue with the pigeons having their way with me. I was young and foolish and stupid, however. The three traits that are in the great, books and last but no before an assassin. I decided I couldn't hurt Sada by killing her father and took my patroness to go look in the mirror. Needless to say, she didn't do well. Why not? You killed Mage and run off a girl. A girl wasn't going anywhere. Trust me, I tried. Come to think of it, Mage wasn't that easy to kill either. My Medusa patroness decided to take matters in her own hands, of course. Yeah, if I had known, I would have left Kalmashin a lot earlier. You not see how this makes you famous. It's certainly like with time, I'll grant you that, Lord. At any rate, it's a bit of a story. I'll tell you the rest some other time. Let's just keep on with our quest for now. Talk. Really? Then we got body knock here.
You're back. Is there something you need?
You want to talk? I'm a staunch opponent to freak strange ideas, Grom. What is it you want to know? You want to know you better. Your quest is completely logical, Grom, and I will be happy to answer your inquiries. However, as you might expect, I have some questions of my own. Right here, what events are the underlying basis of your search to Airbeth and City of Neverwinter? You see lots of people die, me not like it, me want to help them. Well, me get lots of gold, me help the Neverwinter. I should have guessed the allure of gold is a common connection among many who undertake missions such as yours. My own motivations coming here were somewhat different. When I heard about the plague, I was finished flush with the thrill of scientific discovery. I thought that if I applied the principles of observation and experimentation, I could discover a cure for the plague. It was only after I read that I realized how wrong my preconceived notions were. I suppose that need to learn this lesson was one of the many reasons why my mentor insisted on me sending. I suppose the need to learn this lesson was one of the many reasons my mentor insisted on sending me out to Lantern. Your mentor? I'm a sorcerer. I had the ability to unleash powerful and dangerous forces. I would have been foolish to undertake this career path without experiencing this guidance of one more experienced than I. However, sorcerer and wizard are not common in Lantern. We prefer to find a scientific solution to problems, but whenever possible, rather than relying on magic. At last, I managed to locate another who could train me in the arcane arts. A human sorcerer named Propyro, who lived in a secluded town on the far side of the island. Can I take you in? I admit that when I first arrived in Propyro's tower, I did not receive a warm welcome. Or rather, to be more accurate, I should have even received an overly warm welcome. Just as I reached Propyro's tower, a large lizard popped out from behind a nearby brush. It was somewhat alarming. However, when the creature opened its jaws and belched forth a jet of flame, I became absolutely terrified. I fled back the way I'd come, the fire drake's blast of flame licking at my heels the entire way. As soon as I passed beyond the boundaries of Propyro's land, the creature turned back and disappeared in the next bushes. What do you do next? Once I had regained my wits, I realized the fire drake served a dual purpose. It was regarding for Propyro's state, but also provided a challenge for any would-be princess who might wish to approach him. If I could find a way to best the creature, I was certain Propyro would send me my potential as a probably would exceed my potential, except me as a princess. The problem was to get past the creature with my magic was barely capable of igniting a candle. I had to rely on my mind to solve the problem, so I began to analyze the facts as I knew them, and then I realized the creature was nothing more than a mere illusion. Illusion, how do you figure that out? I simply looked at evidence. Fire drakes are not indigenous to my island. The climate is hardly suitable for one to survive. Plus, I noticed no burnt patches of grass or scorched bushes on the grounds. In the flames I felt looking at my hills had done no damage to my shoes and clothing. Armed with undeniable proof of the illusion, I marched up to the tower once again. When the wizard appeared, I simply ignored it. It charged straight at me, fire and smoke spewing from his jaws, but I held my ground a split second before the beast bowled me over. It disappeared in a shower of light. The door to the tower swung open. I stepped in to see an old man in robes. He smiled to me and said, "Well done, body knock Glencoe. You're proving yourself worthy to be my student. I am Papyro." What it like being him apprentice? Another reasonable time to discuss this, after all. Never one night's great peril. Ask me again later.
Is there something you
You
need?
want to talk and ask again. Me want you to continue the story from before. Seemed quite interested in my time as Princess and Pyro Brum. I suppose you can afford a few minutes for me to recount these lost days for you. Pyro instilled in me the basic principles of magic and the underlying laws governing the arcane. His knowledge and wisdom were an inspiration to me, though his organizational skills were somewhat lacking. What do you mean? I would constantly stumble across magic items carelessly strewn about the tower. Potions, elixirs from half-finished experiments would be left sitting out on the kitchen table. Ancient scrolls we had been copying would be slipped under the cushions of his chairs. Wands could be turned up in closets and drawers. And he never ever locked his laboratory despite the countless powerful magic items and dangerous experiments he often dabbled in. That must be tempting, real tempting for a princess like you. I admit seeing all those potions and wands and scrolls just lying around was difficult. I must confess, eventually I did get into the temptation. I just snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. I did something rash, completely out of character. I waited until my master left on an extended trip, and then I cleaned it with Pyro's laboratory. I organized the scrolls, potions, and wands. I built shelves, stored the magical components of his creature, and I made a catalog card system so you could cross-reference all his tests and results. Items that were particularly wonderful, particularly powerful, unstable, I locked such away in a magically reinforced chest with keys that are presented to Pyro on his return. That's it, you just clean up? What can I say? I was young and foolish. Pyro's own reaction was similar to yours. He couldn't believe what I had done, although he did continue to use the funk system I had instead of form. May not believe you had all that magic there and you not even tried to use it. What kind of magic guy is you? Ain't you curious? Of course I was curious, but my hunger for experimentation was tempered by reason. I imagine the damage I could have done if I dared experiment on my own. I was apprentice, so the sensible course of action for me was to follow the lead of my master, and any other course of action would have been illogical. That's not good attitude for an adventurer. I admit my actions may seem overly cautious, but that is the way my people. Curiosity is tempered with careful analysis. However, since I left Lantan, I found I am growing more bold in my quest for discovery. After all, I did come to a plague-infested city in order to chronicle a new disease, among other things. What you mean by other things? There be some other reason you came to the city? I'm sorry, I should have not said anything for this to you. It is really a trivial matter. You have far more important things around. It's okay, Gnome. You can tell me a secret, and maybe me can help you. Ask me again later.
Is there something
You want to talk? Okay. I have got to get some drinkage because my throat's seeing dry from this talking. Man. Where'd he go? There he is. No, I don't want her. Grimgoth's back here? Alright, if we look at Homeboy.
The evidence seems to indicate
Sorcerer. He's got good constitution for a sorcerer. Should be charisma. Anyway. Grimjaw.
For you. I suspected you would return. Do you need me to join with you once more?
Yes. Now, you look at him. He's a fourth level monk. He's not for evil though. Holy crap, he's actually got really good stats for a mercenary. Strength, dexterity, constitution, and wisdom. Me want to talk. Me want to know you're more important. True death, the end of existence. When the plague brings upon the people of the city, it cannot truly be called death. There is no final release for the victims of illness to the waiting rest of the silent Lord. True death, the end of existence, is the one perfect, absolute, and flawed world of uncertainty. The Order of Long Death understands this. We want to know more about you, Order of Long Death. We bring pain, torment, and anguish to the denizens of this world to prepare them for the release of death. We spread devastation. We seek to tear down, to obliterate, and to destroy. The most mighty order bow down to death. We may swear allegiance to another, but only as it serves the will of the Silent Lord. The Silent Lord be God you order worship. My order does not bow before any god. We worship death itself in all of its incarnations. Gods are transient, even a god may die. Baal, Bane, Cyric. But death itself is always present. The Silent Lord is the name we give to the concept, the rare essence of death. We serve death in one way or another, Brahm. It was only after I left the Mithril Hall to join the Order I truly came to understand this. Mithril Hall, you know you do come from there. I spent several years at Mithril Hall and served Brunor Battlehammer before I joined the Order of the Long Death. But there was no place for me among the clans of Mithril Hall. I was young and reviled by my own kind. Tell me what you mean. Oh, really?
Is there something you...
When Brunor Battlehammer claimed Brune and Mithril Hall not 20 years ago, it kindled a fierce racial pride in all the dwarves in the north. I was one of the many who flocked to Brunor's banner, one of many who came to battle with the denizens of the Underdark and drive them from the mines beneath Mithril Hall. You stated before they showed you what happened. That was long before I joined the Order of Long Death, and at first Mithril Hall welcomed me, for even then did I not fear death when I was eager to inflict it upon my enemies. There were so many among Brunor's followers who shared my love of battle and the reckless fury with which I slaughtered my foes, but none of them appreciated the terrible beauty of what was all around us. Have you ever heard the glorious chorus of screams of dying drow echoing in the chamber of Jordan's mind? Or pause in battle to taste this palpable specter of death descending upon the field like a cool mist. We stood over dying comrade, drinking in his pain of beer as his life bleeds away, gazing into his eyes, glimpse of terrible understanding shining coming through it, and the final essence of death claims him. That'd be horrible. Among the scattered corpses, fascinated by the truth of their deaths. The others found it disturbing, I knew, but I couldn't stop. The compulsion was too strong. As I wandered amongst the twisted, mangled bodies that gazed into the mask of agony forever frozen on their faces, I understood. Drow, Duergar, Dwarf. In death, we are all the same. In death, we are all perfect. I tried to share my revelations with my brothers in arms, but they could not understand. They only looked at me with horror and disgust. You big weirdo freak dwarf. That was what they said as well, though they were glad to have me at their side whenever the drow attacked. I left Mithril Hall shortly after my revelation in search for something. I found the Order of the Long Death. I suppose I could not blame my fellow dwarves for their reaction. Acceptance of death is not easy. Even among my order, there are those who cannot face the solid Lord when their time comes. What do you mean? Let me tell you. Alright, let's talk again.
Is there some...
Alright, well, that's his story. And we've got her. I actually like her.
I hope that you would return.
So let's look at her. Needs good cleric. Strength and wisdom. See, her stats are kind of eh.
Hey there, dear.
You don't start with the easy questions, do you? This is a bit of a difficult question to answer, but I will do my best. I had worked in the temple of the full moon in Nebraska for about 6 years before I left my home. I loved the peacefulness of the temple, but even their accident tricks of fate made life difficult. It wasn't usually anything big, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why, but I just didn't have any luck. When me born, me mom dropped me on head. I got some bad luck too. Oh, you sweet thing, we make a team. It's not always bad luck though. Sometimes it can be a little bit gullible. That's what got me in trouble and sent away from Everesca. I was collecting pies one day when a heavily cloaked figure came begging at the temple. He looked like a starving child, so I took him inside the inner sanctum to get some food, and when I came back, he was gone. There was something else missing, very precious in the church, with deep take. Please forgive me. It's okay, Lanu. We want to know about you talked about.
Hey there, dear.
I appreciate I have waited patiently to hear more of my story. I think we should have gone through enough together to warrant a deeper level of trust. I just ask that you don't make fun of me once this was such a dark blot of my name. Many years ago, the clerk formed a service to the people of Everesca. Uncovering a drop plot destroyed the city. Sahane Moonbow came and presented the priest with a silver goblet. That be what the thief took? Yes, the thief stole it right out of the temple and managed to sneak it out of the Everest. No small accomplishment there. The other priests were frightfully mad. Only the head priest was willing to concede that it could have happened to anyone else. But of course, it didn't happen to be the person that broke the head off the goblin statue of Coralon. I didn't know what to do, so I stayed up all night praying to Sahane to guide me my path. The goddess heard my prayer, and just before the first ray of light broke the dark, I was granted a vision. What you see in vision? I saw myself leaving Everesca and going on a long journey. At the end of the journey, I returned with the Chows. The trip itself was a blur. I had no idea where to go other than north and west. When I told my priest my vision that would take me far away from them, they had a cheerful celebration in honor of my sacred guest. In honor of my sacred quest. It was the first moment in my life when I felt I truly belonged. It'd be good that they'd be very happy for you. But they never will welcome me back to the city. My quest has failed. We want to help you, Lanu. No, you don't understand. No one will ever understand. I'll be an outcast for life.
Hey there, dear.
Alright, that's that. She's right in here.
I suspected you'd...
She is a bard.
Yes? Is this...
You want to talk? I suppose that's pure motivation. I feel the same to tell the truth, although I desire more out of all this than just mere success. I desire fame above all else. I want to walk the path that others haven't, to make my own ledger rather than recount others. I want to be thrilled and awed by my life, and when I look back on it, forget nothing. This may seem shallow to you. I have my reasons, however, and I ask no one's approval. What do you think then, Ground? Do I have a chance at those things traveling with you? You're not worried, Sharwin. You sit with me, you'll be famous. Promise is promise. I'll admit that there's something about your future that holds me great possibility. However, we shall see where it leads. Far better to make the attempt, I think. Far better even to perform great deeds and remain unknown than not to even try at all. I know where normal path leads. Believe me, the path expected, the path that everyone else wants you to lead. Down the path lies oblivion. Oblivion, what you talked about? Death, Grum, or as good as it anyway. There are many ways to die that I don't leave a corpse. If you wish, I'll tell you a tale sometime about my family and how I became what I am today.
Yes?
By my family, I actually mean my mother. She is the only one that truly family I've ever known. I never met my father. He and my mother parted ways before I was born. My mother was venturing, see? Amazing fact of some skill. This is what other people have told me. However, as mother would never discuss it, she left that life behind along with my father to marry a man of wealth. Why should she do that? As I said, Mother wouldn't discuss it. She got far more important considerations, after all, than any adventuring nonsense. Mother wanted wealth. She wanted to live in a life of fine jewelry, of carriage rides, fine mansion of Blacklight. Her husband was the means to an end. She left behind her magic and instead spent her life spending money. Far more money than my stepfather could ever afford. She couldn't care a whit for his complaints so long as he kept providing her coin. When he died unexpectedly, she was devastated, not because he was gone, but because he had left behind a mountain of debts. She was terrified at the thought of being poor. Sound like a bad woman. Terrible, maybe so. Once you extend into that life of luxury and idleness, however, it's hard to believe that anything exists outside of it. He formed a desperate plan, although there really told me when I was a child. Now she had needed me. I was a young woman, and she would see me wed to a wealthy bachelor. Not for my benefit, of course, but for her own. I was so meek and accustomed to being ruled by her, I couldn't even conceive of an objection. My mother had her eye on the young Lord Farthington. He would never stoop to marry poor nobility. However, not unless he desired me. I would have to seduce him. I intended to. I went to Lord Farthington's estate to attend a party being held in his honor, my mother meaning us to meet. When I arrived, I was awestruck at the size of the hall. There were so many people dancing around, I could barely take it all in. The music was just so beautiful. I stepped into the floor and approached the man my mother pointed out. I was very nervous, but the man was handsome, kind, and witty. I fell in love with him immediately. My mother grabbed me away from him angrily not long after. I had mistaken her direction. It was not Lord Farthington I had danced with, after all. It's far too late for my heart, however. You must feel like fools, huh? My mother thought I should have, obviously. She scolded me soundly. I was in complete bliss, however, I couldn't stop thinking about the man. His name was Dana, a penniless apprentice, barred the sort of Lord Farthington. I was utterly in love with him. My mother told me to forget all about him. I could, however, despite the possibility that we might lose everything. That'd be selfish. Love do that, be thinking. I was young and blind in hopes. I fell for the first man who showed me interest in me, not that my mother intended for us that to stop us. I had a choice, obviously, to take the path I was expected to do and seduce Lord Farthington, or run off with a penniless bard. I should have done one or the other. As it turned out, I made a mess of everything. And being a young fool, I suppose that could be expected. I'll tell you what happened sometimes later, perhaps, but...
Yes?
Okay. And now for... well, Bellary.
I've been waiting for you. Yes?
I admit that I only fight for gold, but I know nothing of your motivations. Yeah. I came to the city to make a name for myself, to forge a legend that even the tribe my mother would hear. Instead, I found myself guarding crates and barrels amongst common thieves. Yet, even the sordid world of ducks, reputation spread. Several captains asked me to join the crew. Perhaps if not the plague had not come, the name Dalen Red Tide would have become a legend of the high seas. You're not worried, Dalen. You stick with me, and bars be singing songs about me too. Perhaps it's best I had joined a ship's crew, as unlikely the Uthgar would ever have heard of my accomplishments. My place is here in the north. It is the land of my birth, and this is where I must fulfill my destiny. I will bring no honor to my mother's name by being on a ship. Only if I stay can I hope to redeem the shame of my mother's blood and end my exile. Exile, shame on your father. What are you talking about? Please forgive this. I became lost in a moment. The drums of glory momentarily distracted me from the task at hand, but it will not happen again. And okay, Dalen, we want to know you about talking about. Please, as I said before, the words were, this is not the time to, God.
Yes?
I mentioned my exile to you before. The truth is, I did not willingly leave the Utgard to come to Neverwinter. The tribe cast me out. You are half-orc. You know the hatred that follows our kind. You know how the world sees us. I'm a monstrous half-breed. As a child, it was always my blood was tainted. I was violent, savage. It was only because of the pleas of my mother that the tribe did not slay me as an abomination while still an infant. What about you, Daddy? I never knew my father. My mother never spoke to him. Though I saw the pain in their eyes whenever I asked, but where the pain came from, I could not say. Some in the tribe said he was a wild beast who forced himself on mothers in her braid. Others claimed my mother loved him, welcomed to her bed, then wept when he was murdered by the warriors who discovered them. The truth I shall never tell. Where died my mother last winter. Out of death, tribe cast me out. Can you blame one waste good position I have for bastard yet to prove himself to the world? That not right. They mean to you for no reason. I bear my tribe no ill will. They had little choice until I prove myself certain. That cannot be certain where my loyalties lie. Once I show the spirit of Uthgar is pure with me, the Red Tiger tribe shall welcome me back. And it's not as if they abandoned me in the cold. They gave me food and weapons to sent me out into the world to prove myself. The sacred talisman of the tribe once cared about my mother. Alright, that's that. Now, I'm going to go to the docks, and he's a good one to take. So that's where we're going to go. Odd, man. That was a good half an hour stuff. Well, behold, the docks are right behind us.
Good day.
You one of those damn thieves. I wouldn't put it past him to come out here and start this crap in the city before that put me out of the docks. See, I just want to go back to work in the docks. There's so much. There's not much to go. There's not much to do under the quarantine, but at least I'd be away from the stink of the corpse fires. Can't just go out with all the thieves everywhere. I don't know what's got into them. But it's been the docks just unavailable, unlivable. I can't go home for all the questions. Maybe some things we can do. I ain't looking to charity. I just want to be able to get back into the docks. Someone needs to get in there and raise hell. I swear, if my back were in better shape, I'd be in there. But I can't take it on thieves. No way. I ain't gonna waste my time explaining something simple. I just want to get back to docks. I used to be running thieves.
I greet you.
If they were keeping ragamuffins like you on the other side of this gate, the whaling's taking its toll on the others out there, making it a dangerous place. Well, you better show me quarantine clearance if you think you're going back. Later, airports orders. I don't care much about how it sinks here by the fires. You need proper clearance. Mrs. Airbus made me much for a little while. Thank God it wasn't an appointment. There was words to be hired on to help build the ranks. What can I do for you? Let's see a little on this list, are we? Being here to help. How may you do that? Well, you can report into the gate guard on the side. Maybe he'll know something about the, I shouldn't tell me, be here to help you. I suppose you're right. Apparently there's been increasing activity from the Blood Sailors, local pirates guild. What they're up to is anybody's guess for something big. If you want to know more about it, I suggest you talk to the dockside gate guard. He's the latest information wherever it may be. Okay.
I greet you.
Hello.
The hell are you doing there? No, not that I don't mind the help. But I thought we were locked down tight. Wait, you a new recruit? Airbus saddle you with this job. Well, good luck. You're supposed to be in control there. You'll need it. Why this area bad? This docks don't go bad blabbing it, but everyone knows that docks are controlled by petty, shitty characters. With the chaos of the plague, everyone seems to be acting like animals. The streets are thick with thieves. Thick. Me help somehow. Just don't attract attention to us here. I don't want a mob kill me before the plague can, after all. You want to play hero, fine with me, but as far as I'm concerned, animals in the streets can have each other. Okay, fine. I'll do it the hard way, apparently.
Hello there.
Will not fail.
The rage of the Red Tiger unleashed.
He is so good.
Hello there.
What? I ain't following nobody, just strolling, that's it. You know, fool me seeing you watch Rob. I didn't mean to blast at all. I'll never make good at this rate. Look, I don't want any trouble. I was just looking for an easy mark. Obviously, that ain't you. I'll just be going. What you need gold for? I don't know. I just heard a plague cure was coming up for auction in the Seedy Tavern. Just let me get back to work. I'll never be able to afford it at this rate. Could steal the whole church from not having it. What you know about auction? Who, me? I don't know much about it. It's set the Seedy Tavern. It's funded by blood sailors. That means Venegal is involved somehow. Here, we'll give you a copy of the nose. I can't afford to go anyway. Just don't hurt me. What do you know about Seedy Tavern? Nothing else. Nothing anyone else couldn't tell you. It's in the north central of the district, and it's for the black market. Usually is. A guy like me can't even get in there. They've got a brick wall with a bouncer that won't let anyone in that isn't a blood sailor. The uniform's hard to come by. Whereas maybe if I got enough gold together, she might seem different. I don't know. You tells me about Venegal and blood sailors. Well, anyone that stays around here for long hears about Venegal blood sale. He's flashy and likes showing off. Blood sailors are his pirates mostly. What do you mean mostly? Well, it's a big group. One guy can't run the whole thing. Venegal is a showman, but he needs some organizers too. I hear that his first lieutenant is hot on the collar right now. Calix is his name, but I ain't seen anything else. I don't know anyone else. Okay. You stroll and walk somewhere else. Oh, no problem. Don't worry. You'll be in my way with it. Yes, my way. Nice stuff that you got there. Alright, so you want to do is you want to get all these remains and collect these. They will be nice to have. You want to get all that you can get. I don't bother with them.
I will see you dead!
Yeah, he's good here. Oh, idiot.
Only one way out for you!
Yeah, that's how good this is. Damn it, you're a pain in the ass. You know that? There, take that. I mean, we're just going right through them. Oh. Now this is where you have fun with this guy.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
Take it. And we're going to read this auction. Auction held at the Sea Tavern Docks District. It does not reveal exactly what it's for, but it does seem to suggest that anyone interested in destroying the place should attend it. We'll take it for now. And there's nothing else here. So I like tab key to get all these things here.
Yes.
Oh. I'm trying to think here. Did I miss this? Guy over here, though. Where the hell is he? We'll go this way just in case I miss something here. See what's in here. Now, it's good to have Tommy and Beggar's Nest because the missile support helps kill the zombies efficiently. He is good here in the docks with all the melee stuff that he can do, which becomes efficient. Jesus Christ, where's the kill here? He didn't drop anything? When you've really got to be thorough in this cleansing. So, I'm keeping to this east side right now if I can. What's this? Here. If we want to, we can look at his stats too right now. 19 strength. His constitution can be a little better, but whatever. Jesus Christ, man, come on. It's very easy to miss things around here too.
Yes?
Damn
Is
it.
there something you need?
I mean, out of all that, that's what I got. Double check. Yeah, we're good. Continue north. He... These guys got some hit points a little bit. Jesus, you're supposed to be dropping coins, man. Not a bunch of horse shit.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. Damn it. And I'll show you what these points out to in here in a little bit. This is what I was looking for.
I shall do as you ask. I shall do as you ask. He needs to rest a little bit. I don't want him getting killed for nothing. His armor class is not so great, I don't think. 16. I don't want to go in these houses just yet. Where's Homeboy at? Oh, hello, Homeboy. Where the hell you at? Where are you at? For fuck's sake, come on, man. Are you stuck or some shit? Okay, God. What the hell, man? Okay.
Why would you?
Taste the pain.
Yes, thank you.
For the oath gods.
All right, now. I don't let the people die. This note should be shown to someone in authority. Whatever. I'm here to do some other stuff. I'm gonna come into that later. Let's just look all around. I don't need to be going burning everybody that I see. You're not.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
Ah.
I greet you.
There's some guy over here. Gotta be looking for him. Guess I'll have to come back here in a minute. Oh, something unusual here going on.
I shall do as you ask.
No quarter!
It is done.
I'm not sure what this helmet does here.
Hello to you.
You know about Sea Tavern at all? It's a den of corruption. I would not trust a word of my any who frequent there. False hopes are the playground. Graciously, they keep themselves only allowing entry to uninformed members of those willing to part with their old coins. Is there any break plague? The whaling continues to take lives, but Destra has decreed that we brothers shall not rest while the city's in crisis. If the spirit is wrong, never runs squat. People must believe and have hope. So our blessings will continue. You have blessing, I guess. Yeah, this guy here.
What are you doing bothering me? Turn your yourself around and walk the other way.
Uniform nice. Where me get one? You can't. Simple as that. A Bloodseeker gets uniform when he joins and only gives up when he dies. So how many join? This is a social club. We don't just take any fool and I'll get lost before he makes me angry. This is Bloodseeker territory, at least for a day or two more. How many of the ship need to be killed? Simple enough.
I've had enough. Get lost.
Let's go, Bloodseeker. Me and you fight. Whatever, me fight. So there's uniform.
Yes. Is there something you need?
No.
Yes.
Damn it.
Is there something you need? Yes.
Damn it.
My weapon. Ineffective. What?
Turn around, bloodhole. God almighty, man.
I shall do as you ask.
We're not having Tommy first a little bit, but something you can live with.
It is done.
Why could that one work?
My weapon. Ineffective.
Yeah, that kind of pisses me off. Come on. These are markets.
The rage of the Red Tiger unleashed!
All right, now.
I greet you.
Ah, yes, hello there. I am Himmel Masterson. This is my wife, Agnes, and our maid, Sir Morden. I wonder by chance you haven't seen a man named Colic. He has an amulet of mine and he seems to have forgotten us. Forgotten? I told you he was about to be trusted. I'm quite aware of what you said, my dear, now that you'll let just me speak this nice man. But wrong. Well, it's embarrassing. You see, we're led to believe the past job no one could be had here. We were fleeing the quarantine. I arranged for transfer to would be the docks. I traded an heirloom amulet to a man who swore he was honest. Him like him swore that you don't see combat, it doesn't make you one. Who's the man? A strapping gent. Palik was his name. He said he was soon to come into his own ship. Probably stealing him as well. Honestly, Hammer, how can you be such a fool? My dear, he just seemed on enough. He may yet return. It has only been a day. Maybe me look into it. Next, not to strain yourself life limited faculties, but I would appreciate your assistance. Your colleague seems to be taking his time. He said he would be ready for a ship, but when he left, went inland. He didn't just drop some auction notice. Probably got one ready. Know the area as much as you must. It doesn't do me much good. I'm a stranger here. Please return my amulet. Find it. It'll have the Masterson crest. I've been giving up on breaking corners here. I just want what's back, which is fine. God, give me. Let's see what we talk today. It's getting hot again. Alright, so there's that. Let's just go straight up to it. I've got all the coins I can get. Uniform.
I have failed in the task.
Have a look at you, shall we?
I see the blood sailor uniform. Good enough, but watch yourself. You or any friends make trouble, and out you go. Now, auctioneer. Abastista.
You behave in here. Things are rough enough without bringing the chaos on the streets in here.
Busy in here. Boy, howdy, you don't think how busy I burn up feet. Everybody's desperate to get in for some reason. You hear anything odd happen? Nothing yet, but they always warn the person working the door. There's supposed to be an auction tonight. Must be something good on the block for so many people to show up, though. Busy. Winning it? Go on, I got nothing to do worth stealing. Just here to drink, not the auction. What you hear about auction? Supposed to be a plague cure or something. Van Gogh wouldn't say, being his normal flashy self. It ain't sitting too well with the crowd, though. Out near had a fit. I think he's even gonna be something. When I say something, wait, I say nothing. Did I say something? You show respect me here from Aerith and Northnature. Well, you in the wrong place. Wait, there am I supposed to hawk off? What do you hear about auction? Where the auction be? That's you're here looking at it, the auction. That's right here. It's gonna be on. I don't know. Who you say about Calic person? Lieutenant Calic thinks Vagnall's too old, too flashy, no respect for tradition. That man, I ain't saying anything more except they took her. You know, Darnell. That's Vagnall's woman. They took her downstairs, I think. I gotta sit down.
Greetings.
Let me look at normal stuff. $219. Well, this is what I can do. Kill this stuff that I can't use. Poison arrows or something. Yeah, they're mercenary items that you need to gather and all that. So it's worth a good bit of money. 21 coins. Alright. Get out, save it. And now special stuff. These are what the auction, these are what the points are for. Weapons. See, the double axe is okay. Showing armor stuff. Breastplate could be interesting. Let me see your sword stuff. Ooh. This is why I want to save it, because I'm kind of curious about this cloak now. And doesn't really do me a whole lot. Christ. The belt, could be better. This is why I saved it right here. See, I don't understand why it doesn't come identified. I mean, it boils down to stuff that I can sell. What I can do is this, though. Get the double axe.
Greetings.
Maybe get the sword stuff, which is... How many do I have left? So basically what that boils down to is this.
Greetings.
You identify the axe. With a sash. You can always put it on or whatever. There, you got it. Damn it! I fucking hate that. So Calicus over here. Or Kristoff.
Leave me be. I got nothing to say. Can't be seen with the lights.
You want info about the auction. Look, Ron. If I slight so, I cannot be seen when you go away. There's a problem with poison Kristoff. You want I should set them straight? Thanks, Jellic, but I'm fine. They were just leaving. You don't know. You wear the uniform, but I don't recognize your face. How long you blood sailor? You want information? Should you be let in the uniform or not? I don't think you're up to our standards. Not unless you match if you drink the cream. I'm for it. Me match drinking, no problem. Let's go. That's easy. Let's go. Dwarven Red Eye. Cheers. Well, how about it? Now you've got it down against your eye. I don't care who you are. You can drink like that. You're okay to me. Thabian Fire Juice. Catablest Death Cheese Wine. A downright poisonous brew, Dark Elven Tequila. He might beat me. It's worry, tip it good. Well, I guess you should have sat down, so...
That was quite the display with Jolly. He's a bit off even for a blood sailor, but he's a good man. Smarter than he seems, too.
Gain with confidence, so that means I can risk taking to you. Keep your questions quiet. All right. Pinnacle's absence had everyone on edge. Why are you scared of talking to people? Jal has been assigned to my watch me. He watches me and everything else I do. It's part of the initiated bloodstones. I worry for others when I know you don't want any attention. I certainly don't. You haven't had plenty of guards. Why enough that you would be fine in the main area here, but if you go downstairs, blood sailor guards will attack on sight. Nobody's allowed downstairs now. There's much going on. Perhaps we should take more of this. Why so many people here? Most people here came to the auction that happened. It's supposed to happen. Pinnacle apparently spread rumors that he has some part of a plague cure. Look like it's been canceled. I think I know why. You have to get more downstairs to find more. It's bloodstairs business. It's got to ask about Bloodsailor's Marble. My mission with the Bloodsailors to stop was secret. I will try to answer. If Pinnacle leader Taylor's rescue. Pinnacle's not arrived, I doubt they will. He might have meant to come and cause suspense, but apparently lets a crowd grow impatient. Then also showing his nice one, especially after taking such pains to make sure the auction is closed alone. He didn't want people to hear about it. Perhaps if the rumor is true, and he really has some kind of cure, he might draw attention to it in order to increase bidding on it. There may be one very important here. He's had a long history trying to beat Lord Asher in action. Regardless, it appears his plans have been changed. I do not think Venagle is fully in control of the issue anymore. He means this men maybe fight him? I don't know. I've heard this rumor with his Lieutenant Calix, a poor and greedy man. I can't say much more about this. There may have been some steps trying to take him. Dust off the old man. You should see your answers downstairs. Oh, God. Well, there's some other stuff I need to take care of that first. Now, here's the thing. Let's go here. I don't remember what's down here. I can't remember what that guy was all about. Tavern. Oh, I forgot to put that back on. God. Yeah, there are some spiders in these areas that are nasty. I don't like it. There is also something else around here too, though. Yep, that right there. How much money I have? Not too bad, but I need a good look at this place. This place. Probably one of the better shops in the first chapter here. At least that's my opinion of it.
Can I help you?
Need to save it because something could go wrong here.
Can I help you?
Let's see. Let me show you normal stuff. See, he's got magic items.
Can I help you?
Oh, screw that. That too much. Can it be cheaper? Okay.
Can I help you?
Let me just see what you have here. See, this is the whole thing right here. This is where I could have gotten your magic items and whatnot for the most part. I should come here later for that guy's sports stuff and all that too. That's a little expensive for that. The antidote's expensive, man. What is it? I have. That is way too expensive for SR16, man. Way crazy expensive. See, that is worth the money right there. Because that is 100%. Remember that. And we'll finish it out next time.